Greetings. My name is Pastor Ardell Smith. I'm the pastor of the Mount Calvary Deliverance Tabernacle Church in the Hamden, New Haven, Connecticut area. And today I would like to share a topic with you for maybe 2 to 3 minutes. And that topic is a very, very popular topic. It's a topic called worship. Everybody knows about worship, but I've been noticing some things that I'd like to share and touch upon. Worship is really a lot more simple than we think, I believe. Worship is simply obeying God. To do what he says is simply the definition of worship. That's all that worship means. I'll give you a quick testimony. I went to a service one night, and in that service, the praise leader encouraged everybody to go into this place called worship. And I closed my eyes, I lifted my hands, and I began to speak. And I was telling the Lord to really have his way in my life, and I wanted to be sure that I heard him. And I was thanking him, and I was talking to him about the relationship that I already had with him. And right in the middle of my talking to him, that same praise leader began to scream at us and said, "No, that's not what I said. I said worship." So then I waited to see what the praise leader would do, and the praise leader, believe it or not, started speaking in tongues. So right then, my understanding was that unless I was speaking in tongues, that I wasn't worshiping according to their standards. So I went home and I wanted to really get a context for what worship was all about. So where did I go? I went straight to Genesis. Genesis chapter 22 and verse 5. Abraham said unto the young men, "Abide ye here with the ass, and I and the lad will go yonder and worship, and come again to you." Now, when I look at that and I read the scriptures around that, Abraham was doing a difficult thing, but in essence and in total, he was simply worshiping, he was simply obeying God. And by virtue of the fact that he was obeying God, he was worshiping God. When I go to 1 Samuel chapter 15 and 22, there's an issue. The issue is King Saul disobeys God. And in this particular passage, it says something very, very powerful. A lot of times we misquote it because we don't understand the context. But the question was, does God enjoy your sacrifice over your obedience? And the answer is no. See, Saul had gotten in trouble because he failed to obey God. And he wanted to worship over top of the fact that he wasn't obeying. We go to John 4 and 24, and it says, "God is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth." Understand, my brothers and sisters, it's not about the temple of your song. It's not whether you speak in tongues or not, but whether you obey God. You don't even have to be in church to worship. You can worship him right in your living room, as long as you're living a life that lines up with what he has said. My time is up.